Coming up on Sports Scene, Sparrows Point trying to take down some undefeated teams in our athlete spotlight. All this and more on Sports Scene. Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Sports Scene. I'm your host, Haley Greaves. It was another busy month for high school sports, so let's jump right into the top games of the month.
It was homecoming for the Patapsco Patriots. They were looking to stay undefeated against the Sparrows Point Pointers, who came off a tough loss. We picked things up early in the first quarter as Shahid Strickland muffs the punt on their first possession, and Tyron Dixon recovers the fumble. The Pointers didn't waste any time as Javier Guevara goes deep and connects with Adam Rode, who beats his defender and comes up with a nice catch, putting them up 6-0, and that's how the first quarter would end. Patapsco turned up the intensity early in the second quarter with this hit by Eric Olson, which fired up the team and got their offense going. Running back Noah Cornish had his mind set on the end zone as he spins off defenders and takes it to the house for a 62-yard TD run. They were up 7-6. The Patriots continued to play tough defense as Strickland comes up with this spectacular INT. They couldn't take advantage of it, which opens up the door for Sparrows Point with seconds left in the quarter. Tyrone Smith fields the punt and somehow he escapes and jets down the sideline for a 59-yard punt return and put them up 14-7 at the half. Patapsco, first possession of the third quarter. Cornish would have a day, scoring all 3 touchdowns as he cuts up the middle and races to the end zone for the touchdown. Then, late in the fourth quarter, Cornish would have another long TD run, making the score 20-14. They missed the extra point. With 5 minutes left in the quarter, Sparrows Point was able to drive the ball down the field, which set up this quarterback sneak, and we're all tied up at 20 because of the missed extra point. So, we head to overtime. Patapsco gets the ball first in the extra session. It's fourth down. Brian Morales tries to find Strickland in the corner, but it's just off his fingertips. Oh, so close. Now, it's Sparrows Point's turn. It's fourth down, and Guevara throws it to Rode, who dives in for the touchdown. Sparrows Point wins a thriller, 26-20 in overtime.
We head out to Carver Center for a non-league field hockey matchup. The visiting Sparrows Point Pointers were looking to take down the undefeated Carver Wildcats, who have outscored their opponents 33-3. Early on, it was a defensive battle as the Pointers were on attack, and Riley Bruback sends a beautiful pass to Emily Bean, but goalie Lucy Dunn said, "Not today." Lucy Dunn would continue great goalie play, not letting anything get past her. The first quarter would end knotted up at 0. Finally, late in the second quarter, the Pointers didn't let up as the ball bounced around and Bruback took matters of her own and knocks it in for the score. They were up 1-0 at the half. As the rain started to come down in the third quarter, it didn't bother the Pointers on their penalty corner with great ball movement. Emily Hiddle was able to punch it in for the score, putting them up 2-0. Carver had a great opportunity to get on the board, but unfortunately, they couldn't cash it in on this play. The Pointers would go on a run and score 3 more times. And 2 were by freshman Jaslyn Kaufman. They would take a 5-0 lead. Carver's Sadie Lang was able to get them on the board late in the fourth quarter. The Pointers would go on to win 5-1 and take down the undefeated Carver Wildcats.
We head to Reisterstown for a big-time matchup between 2 high-powered teams. So big, in fact, the Baltimore Ravens dubbed it their high school football showdown of the week. It's 5-1 Dundalk against 4-2 Franklin. If you like defense, you're in for a treat. Offense was tough to come by in this one, but that didn't stop Job Honor from finding Dawson Ethington with a long completion inside the red zone. Dundalk would come away scoreless. Coming up on halftime, Dundalk's defense starting to shine. Adonis Fuller picks off Billy Hartman and returns the ball deep into Franklin territory, setting up a chance for the Owls to score before the break. 2 plays later, Dundalk getting close, but sophomore Elijah Mathis makes the play to force the incompletion. But Dundalk would not be denied again. Bonner finds Kamari Breathwaite in the corner of the end zone for the touchdown. After the extra point, it's 7-0 Owls. Now, halfway through the third, Dundalk threatening again. Bonner takes a shot to the end zone, but Elijah Mathis makes another great defensive play, his second breakup of the night. Next drive, a direct snap to wideout Jamari Lewis, who keeps it for Franklin's biggest offensive play of the night. He takes it for just over 30 yards and into Owls territory. A few plays later, freshman quarterback Xander McCracken heaves one downfield, but Eric Coates picks it off for Dundalk's third interception of the night. Now, late in the fourth, Franklin's defense comes to play again. This time, Derek Selvey gets the sack on third down to force the punt. Franklin's ball now, third down. McCracken gets dropped for a loss by Dale Martin to set up 4th and long. But in comes Billy Hartman. He finds Khalil Bilal across the middle for a big gain to convert the 4th down with Franklin still down a score. 4 plays later, 4th and goal. Hartman overthrows Bilal, and that's how the game ends. Franklin's comeback bid falls short, and Dundalk takes it by a final score of 7-0. The Towson Generals hosted the Catonsville Comets on their main field for a competitive game of boys soccer. And the Generals would start off strong with a series of great plays, but the Comets would keep them at bay. The Catonsville Comets would fight back with Haynes Milner striking his first major shot, but goalie Parker Fong is there for the stop. The Generals rocket the ball from their side of the field, getting it within scoring territory, but Catonsville goalie Ryan Graham wasn't having it. It would be number 5, William Yom from the Catonsville Comets, who would strike first, getting the first score of the game. Catonsville would come dangerously close with an attempt by Musa Koltiamani, but the Generals goalie denies him the goal. In the second half, William Yom would attempt to get the ball to his teammates, but no dice. The Generals attempt a free kick, and it's blocked by the Catonsville goalie. The ball is loose. Noah Gregory quickly gets it across the other end of the field. Haynes Milner jets to the ball in warp speed. He shoots and scores. The score is 2-0. Catonsville leads. But the Generals would counter with an attempted penalty kick. Number 12, Graham Gleason shoots and scores. The score is 2-1. The Generals are down 1 point. The Towson Generals would be within scoring distance for the equalizer, but the shot is too high. And the game concludes with a final score of 2-1. The Catonsville Comets are the victors.
Next up, we head out to the west side of the county for our athlete spotlight, who could be the Millers' missing piece.
My name is Deshaun Purdy, junior at Milford Mill Academy. I'm the starting QB. Milford Mill, let's rock. So I like playing quarterback because it's a family thing, honestly. I've been growing up all around, quarterbacks, offensive players, and I was just thrown in the spotlight to play quarterback. So it was never my decision, honestly. It was just, you're a leader, you're that guy, we need you to play quarterback.
First of all, he's a good kid, and he has a good set of parents. So that starts it off. He pays attention to detail. He knows what Coach Trog wants offensively, and he takes control of it. He can put everybody in position. He's checking, he's audible in, things that we've been wanting from a quarterback for a long time. And we've had 3 good ones.
In the summertime, I seen him throw. I was like, man, this guy got an arm, because he was throwing it 50, 60, 70 yards easily. Like, it was just crazy. So I was like, when we got into season, I was like, I just can't wait to see it, because we got fast, big play guys that is eager to get the ball down the field. So when I seen that, I was like, yeah, this way coming together real smooth.
Like his work ethic, he makes sure he's the first person on the field. He makes sure he never slacks. He makes sure everybody holds themselves accountable. And like when he first came, I just knew that he was a great piece to the team, and I knew that he was going to be able to lead us to the state this year. hopefully bring us home a championship.
I also like playing quarterback because like I control everything. From the line of scrimmage, from the huddle, from the play call, and it's a lot on my shoulders.
Deshaun so far has one offer from the University of Maryland, but has multiple Big Ten, Pac-12, SEC, and ACC teams that are interested in him. With a 3.8 GPA and his talent, you will definitely see him playing some serious college football.
That's it for this edition of Sports Scene. I'm Haley Greaves. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.